No, I'm in the mannequin challenge.
Come on, man, the mannequin challenge.
Okay. So guys, hello. I'm gonna be teaching y'all how to make baked cookies. Did you know about 3 billion cookies are consumed a year by Americans? Therefore, we eat a lot of cookies, okay? So today I will demonstrate how to make the most delicious cookies you will ever taste. Alright? So first, you want to wash your hands before you even touch anything. Okay.
Nice and clean.
Alright, now that they're clean, I'm going to just go over the equipment and the ingredients, okay? So for the equipment, you're going to have a large bowl, measuring cups, mixing spoons, a baking sheet, parchment paper, and then for the ingredients, you're going to have 3/4 cups of brown sugar or white sugar. You're going to have a 1/2 cup or a stick of salted butter. It has to be soft. You're going to have 2 large eggs, and then you're going to have a teaspoon of vanilla extract, a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of table salt, and 2/4 cups of all-purpose flour, and then 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips. All right, so for the instructions, you're gonna preheat your oven to 375. Let that warm up for you. Okay, so now you're gonna add your sugars. All right, so you got 3/4 cups of sugar. Get a little bit more. You want to make sure it's no chunks in your sugar. Right, you're gonna pour it into your bowl. All right, and I like to add a little bit of brown sugar to sweeten it up, you know what I'm saying? All right, we're gonna just do like 1/2 cup of sugar, brown sugar. All right, and now we're gonna mix the butter into the glass. Now you're gonna mix your eggs all at the same time, okay? All right, and now you're gonna stir that, you gotta beat down the butter a little bit. Make that to consistency like that. All right, so now that's like at a milky consistency. You want to let's see what's after that. You want to measure your vanilla, salt, and baking soda. So you only need a teaspoon of each of those. So a teaspoon of baking soda right here. And then a teaspoon of salt. And then a teaspoon of vanilla extract. All right. So now you're gonna add all of your flour at once. And for the flour, you're at 3/4 cup. So let's get the flour. can tap the glass to make sure it's even. Alright, just about. Alright, so add that in there. Might add a little bit more just because I put a little bit of extra. A little bit less. Alright, so after the flour, I'm gonna add your chocolate chips. Now for my chocolate chips, I already measured them out. So you wanna just add your chocolate chips in there. And for the chocolate chips, you wanna use a folding method, okay? I'm gonna use a folding method. Now, if your batter's too wet, then you can add a little bit more flour as you go. But we just gotta mix it up to see how it is first. So you're gonna use a folding method to get the consistency all throughout. Okay. So it's looking a little sticky, so I'm probably gonna add a little bit more flour. Yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit more flour. Alright, there we go. It's getting a little sticking together now. I'm gonna change spoons. This spoon is kind of flimsy. There we go. See how it's sticking together, forming a ball? That's what you want. Maybe a little bit more flour. So I'll add a little bit more. It's getting a little sticky there. I'm gonna just come out so you can see it for me. All right. So now that your batter is all together, you want to grease your pan, okay? So I'm gonna take a little bit of this butter and grease it down, just so your cookies won't stick to the bottom of your pan and break all apart. That's a lot of butter, but all right. And for your balls, you wanna make them 2 inches apart. I have to add a little. I don't know if alright. Looks kind of. Just make sure you add enough flour into your batter so it can stick together and not be so milky. I'm gonna add a little bit more flour. So the balls will hold it together better. All right, so now that you got some batter, you're gonna put it on the sheet. All right, make sure you have them 2 inches apart. Put your gloves onto them. I'm only gonna do 3 for the representation. I'm gonna wash my hands off. And then you can put them in the oven. And then once they come out the oven, they should look like this. All right.
Ooh, yummy. It smells so good.
Okay, so now that you know how to make cookies, go show them to your friends and your family. I'm not rude.